Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. So since today's technique is falling on the 4th of July, I figured we would do something in that frame of reference. So I'm pulling out my Clarity brushes and I'm going to take the Distress Oxide inks and we're just going to lightly brush backwards and forwards. Now obviously I've sped up my video. It's like 3 times the regular speed, so it looks like I'm going kind of crazy, but all I'm doing is literally going backwards and forth, making sure that my brush starts off the edge so that way it has a nice soft motion going across. And I realized with the tape that I just took off on the top that it was going to create a spot there that wasn't going to be in the same color, so I took it off, and I'm going to take the one off the bottom as well, so that way I don't have to worry about it with the red. And I am going to wind up trimming this piece down, but I just wanted to get my color down first, okay? And you just keep brushing across until you get to the darkness or, you know, the color that you're trying to reach. And we used, or I used in this one, the Faded Jeans, Distress Oxide, and the Fired Brick. And you can make this as subtle or as intense as you want. And it's all about layering the colors. And the best part about the oxides is that they blend really well. So like once I get the red down, in a way that I am happy with the intensity, then I want to say I grabbed the blue one more time just to get one final blend. And I tried to make sure like in the corners that was like the darkest, and then, you know, going lighter as I go into the center. So as you see here, I go right in the middle and do one final pass through with the blue just to give it one final blend. And then there's your card, right? So now what I'm going to do is just trim it down so that way my card is 1/8 of an inch on the base, my base, which is the A2 size. So like I've told you before, the A2 size card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you just take 1/8 of an inch off. That puts it at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So then I put this star stencil on top, and I'm using some Wendy Vecchi, I think it is, embossing paste I had gotten from the boutique a long time ago. It's almost empty actually, but I take it and I, you know, try and do it as a thin coat, but just get it, you know, nice and even to create our stars. And I just, you know, went off, I paused the camera and cleaned up, and I gathered together some stamps that I wanted to create my sentiment. So what I'm doing is I'm stamping off on the top to make sure that it's, you know, stamping and I'm getting a nice even impression. And then I stamp it again on the bottom one, which is the actual piece that I want to use as far as the sentiments, okay? Now I do stamp the July twice only because the bottom where the Y and everything was, it didn't stamp as crisp. So I just lined it up, which is the beauty of clear stamps. Now this baking stamp set that I had a number 4, and so what I do is I'm testing it, and I realize the 4 is really chinchy. It's like tiny, so I can't do it. So I grab one of my micron pins, and I decide, even though I don't like my own writing, I'm gonna do a number 4 with the 4th and then of also in my own handwriting. So it says, a happy 4th of July. Now, do you regularly make 4th of July cards? No, we don't. But like I said, I just wanted to do this technique. I wanted to use the color scheme since that's what we're celebrating here in America. And I decided that you know, I was gonna make my own sentiment. So now I'm just splattering some of the white metallic paint from Prima. It's the metallic accents, and they have a white one that I just wet up with the water brush, and then once I got it, the pigment and everything moving, I did some splatters. Now with the bigger brush, some of the water came out and not so much the paint. So I didn't do anything with it. I just let it kind of sit there for a second, and then I took my cloth and I'm dabbing it up, and just like Distress inks do, you know, it gave it this nice kind of like a watered, or what's the word I'm looking for, you know, that technique that Distress inks do. And I just took the sentiment, put foam tape on the back, and attached it to the card. And I decided right at the very end, instead of leaving it like this, that I would do some sequins, because I have a red, white, and blue mix. So I'm just laying them out, and you'll see here, you know, I'm counting just to make sure that I like my odd numbers, and I want to make sure that there's enough of the red and the blue for a pop, and yet enough of the white just to give you like hints of sparkle as well. And this part is actually really funny because I didn't realize how tiny these sequins were. And if I had planned the video ahead of time, I would have had my tweezers out on the table to help me grab these tiny little sequins. But of course, I don't have them. So you'll see me fumbling with some of these sequins because they're so tiny, but they wanted to seem like they wanted to run all over the place. I know sequins can't run. Please don't comment about that. Okay, so we're just gonna keep using our multi-medium mat and attaching the sequins. And really, it's just a nice simple way to finish off the card and give it a very, you know, subtle look, but a little bit of fun. Okay, so this was really fun, and I was so excited to use the Clarity brushes. They are awesome, you guys. You should definitely go over to the boutique and get you a set, because I know Miss E says she had some extras coming with the next shipment, so you want to get on that list. And if you do go over there and put your name down for the Clarity brush sets or anything else that I show you in our videos, make sure you put T. You can put like TE, or you can put TM at the end of your order to let them know that I was the one who sent you. Alright, and I'm just so excited. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a great barbecue if you guys are barbecuing. Just enjoy the time with families, which is what the 4th of July is all about. And make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And at the end of the video, I will have links to the last the last two Technique Tuesday videos we've done. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please just click on my face, my picture at the end, and you guys will get subscribed, and that way you can stay up to date with all of the great videos that we do. Thank you so much, and have a great 4th of July.